we're going to do the pink section, or part of it for now, just to get a reference, so when we build the rest of it, we know where to meet up our circuitries. So I'm just going to eliminate this for the time being, or forever, it doesn't really bother me. Aim for the face of that glowstone. I mean, man, when you record, you become more dyslexic. Because you're trying to do too many things at the one time. So aim for the face of the redstone torch, and then just put repeaters like this. Not like that, like that, like this, and then fill the rest in with some redstone. Okay. To test it, let's actually give it a test. Ready? And if we have a look, it's been disengaged. To reset it, simply just activate this with a button perhaps, just to test it for now. The machine is engaged and all the lights are off. That's what you want to happen. So you could leave the button there, but I'm not going to leave the button there. Okay. The next thing we're going to do for the time being is we're going to put in a skeleton of where we think the tracks are going to go. Now, this all changes depending on how many buttons you have, or how far or high, or how you want to do your own railway tracks. But for this example, we're going to try and make the tracks as close as possible to make this whole system smaller, as small as we can get it. How we're going to do this is we're going to put our redstone torches on the outputs, and we're going to extend them all up by one blue block. And hang on. Oof. Sometimes a quick way to do this is to just do a layer like that, and then just destroy that. See? That is a little bit faster. And I have the power of God. Okay, the next thing we have to do is extend these so that they don't do any cross-talking and they affect the right areas, their areas correctly. So like this. So for example, this, I'll do this one step at a time because the way I've done it is very compact. So when we activate this one, it's going to activate this repeater. Okay, so that's one repeater. Oh, nearly fell over. Put that there. Okay, what's going to happen now is when we activate this one, it's going to activate that redstone. So activating this will turn this repeater on, activate this block, turn this dust on. So they're still separate. He activates only this, and he or she or whatever activates only this, it, whatever. Okay, the next job we do is we find the center one, which is this one, and we extend it out twice. We do the same here, and the same here. Okay, so let's put in our repeaters for this one. He's going to activate whatever goes here. Put a repeater here, a repeater here. What we do now, this is a little nifty trick, like that. So you get that. Have a look around. Redstone, redstone. Actually, no. Repeater, repeater, redstone, redstone. So this output activates this block and therefore this redstone. This output activates here, and this one activates this redstone. So they're all separated by a block. And that's important because when you actually do your rails, you need at least a gap in between each rail, sorry, a gap in between each rail for it to correctly work. Same thing is going to happen here as on the other side. So I'll just quickly do it, and you'll notice when I finish it, it will resemble the same as the other side. So there will be a pattern. There it is. You can see it. Repeater, 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 dust, repeater, dust, repeater, repeater, and on two sides, repeater, repeater, dust, repeater, repeater, dust. Now what this does, if we put in our track, which I'm going to use oak planks for, so just go around like that, and like that. These, where the repeater or the dust touches, is going to be your tracks in which it gets sent off. your carts go. So should be 7 of them because we made 7 buttons. Once again, the way I've done this is compact for this design. Even if you still have 7 buttons, you can do this any way you want. In the server that I'm building, the tracks are like miles up in the air. So you have these massive towers with redstone torches in them to do it. So this is just a compact way of doing it, but up to you. And like I said, if you have multiple outputs, like 8 or 9 or 10, you'll obviously need more of them to put them here and stuff. But as of now, we have 4 and 3. 2, 2 and 3 equals 7. 7 buttons. That's how they do it. Okay. One final thing that we need to do, and this is just not a glitch, but just how rails kind of work, is we put in the rails like this. This is temporary, so we need to understand that rails bend naturally depending on their natural facing. Whatever. So if I do this, he naturally faces in this direction. And this depends on north, south, east, and west stuff. So that's good. Well, whatever. Like that. But this one should end up facing the other way. Ready? See? So these redstone... excuse me. They all need to face the same direction when on the minecart. So if the minecart, and it will be going in this direction, by default it needs these tracks are in the correct position. But on default, these are not in the correct position. A way in which we fix this is simply by inverting the signal. Now, facing in this direction, by default, these tracks are in the correct, they're altered correctly. Here is another problem. Now this is the only problem I have with this system being so compact, is that this actually causes a bit of problems. So all we do is we take away this. This does not affect the rail, and we take away this. That also does not affect the rail. What it does affect, however, if I grab, I'll just use blue wool for now, but you know what, I won't use blue wool. I'll use a decoration block. So you wouldn't use your wool for this, or you would use your building block that you're going to have visible. You put a solid block there and a solid block there. Now if you notice, when you change the output, ready? The torch powers this block and that touches the rail. There you go. So by default, these blocks need to be there. What I do is I make this a part of the design, just so all of them look good. You can use this. Why it doesn't really bother me at the moment is because you can use this to decorate the railway line. So it doesn't look terrible, is what I'm saying. And that's what you'll have.